Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand something profound today. Your greatest asset is not your money, not your education, not your connections. It is your heart. Everything in your life flows from the condition of your inner world. If your heart is healthy, your energy will be focused, your vision will be clear, and your success will be inevitable. But if your heart is wounded, distracted, or exposed to the wrong influences, your destiny can be derailed. The heart is the most powerful part of your being because it is the source from which everything else flows. It is not just a physical organ that keeps you alive. It is the spiritual and emotional center of your existence. The heart represents your will, your values, your desires, your intentions, and your convictions. When your heart is aligned and healthy, the flow of your life becomes purposeful. But when your heart is corrupted, polluted, or neglected, it begins to affect every other area of your life. That is why protecting your energy begins with guarding the condition of your heart. Everything you do in life flows from the inside out. People often focus on external circumstances, believing that their success is determined by opportunities, resources, or the approval of others. But the truth is that external success is always a reflection of internal health. You cannot produce fruit if the root is poisoned. You cannot manifest clarity if your inner life is filled with confusion. The heart is the root, the heart is the soil. Whatever is planted there, whether good or bad, eventually grows into the tree of your destiny. If you allow doubt, bitterness, fear, or negativity to take root in your heart, it will choke out your energy. But if you cultivate faith, vision, and discipline within your heart, your energy will flow like a river, strong and unstoppable. Think about how rivers work. A river does not generate water by itself. It collects water from streams, rain, and underground springs. Similarly, your heart gathers influences from your environment, from the voices you hear, and from the experiences you allow yourself to dwell on. If the streams that feed your heart are polluted, your whole life will be polluted. If the streams are clean, refreshing, and nourishing, your energy will remain pure and powerful. Many people wonder why they feel drained, unmotivated, or confused. It is often because they have allowed toxic streams to feed their heart. Words of discouragement, unhealthy comparisons, gossip, fear, driven news, or negative associations, these are all polluted streams. Over time, they contaminate the wellspring of your energy. This is why guarding the heart is so vital. The heart is not neutral, it is absorbent. It holds on to experiences and magnifies them. If you hold on to offense, your heart will multiply bitterness. If you dwell on fear, your heart will amplify worry. If you nurture faith, your heart will strengthen courage. Whatever you meditate on in the secret place of your heart eventually becomes visible in the public arena of your life. You may hide it for a while, but your heart always manifests itself. That is why protecting your energy cannot be achieved by willpower alone. It requires a deliberate filtering of what you allow into the deepest part of your being. When you understand that the heart is the source of life, you also understand that not everything deserves access to it. Just as you lock your home to protect it from thieves, you must lock your heart to protect it from influences that steal your energy. You do not open the doors of your house to every stranger, yet many people open the doors of their hearts to every opinion, every emotion, and every environment. Success demands that you become selective. You must guard your energy the way a soldier guards a fortress, because from within your heart flows the strategy, the endurance, and the vision for every battle you will fight. Your energy is not limitless. Every day you are spending it on relationships, on decisions, on problems, and on opportunities. If your heart is aligned, you will spend energy wisely, investing in what leads to growth and purpose. But if your heart is divided, wounded, or unprotected, your energy will be wasted on things that do not advance your destiny. Have you noticed how quickly your strength fades when you are anxious, bitter, or angry? Negative emotions drain energy faster than physical work. That is because the heart controls the flow. When your heart is in turmoil, your energy leaks, but when your heart is whole, your energy multiplies. Success begins not with external achievements but with internal mastery. Guarding your heart means protecting your most valuable resource, your energy. It means recognizing that every thought, every word, and every relationship has the potential to either fuel your journey or drain your strength. The condition of your heart today is the predictor of your future tomorrow. If you want to walk in clarity, peace, and unstoppable purpose, then you must make guarding your heart your highest priority. Because the truth is simple, life does not flow from the outside in, it flows from the inside out, and if the inside is strong, the outside will follow. Energy is one of the most precious resources you possess, yet it is often the most wasted. Unlike money, which can be earned back, or opportunities, which can return in different forms, energy is finite. Once you spend it, it is gone. That is why understanding the value of your energy is essential if you desire lasting success. People often underestimate how much of their future depends not on their talent or their knowledge, but on how they use their energy each day. If you scatter it on distractions, negativity, or the wrong relationships, you weaken your ability to focus on what truly matters. But if you learn to channel your energy intentionally, it becomes the driving force that sustains your vision and empowers your destiny. Energy is not only physical strength, it is emotional, mental, and spiritual vitality. You can have a strong body and still feel exhausted if your emotions are heavy. You can have intelligence and education but remain unproductive if your mind is clouded with fear and doubt. You can even have resources and opportunities yet fail to rise if your spirit is drained. This shows that energy is multi-dimensional. To protect it, you must guard all aspects of your being, because neglecting one area will eventually affect all others. A weary spirit weakens the mind, a troubled mind drains the body, and an undisciplined body distracts the spirit. The balance of energy is what fuels success. Every person you meet, every environment you enter, every thought you entertain either deposits energy into your life or withdraws it. This is why it is crucial to discern carefully where your energy goes. Consider the people around you. Some energize you with their vision, encouragement, and faith, while others drain you with complaints, negativity, and fear. If you do not set boundaries, you will find yourself exhausted not because of the size of your dreams, but because of the company you keep. Success requires more than talent. It requires the wisdom to protect your energy from unnecessary drains. That might mean saying no more often, stepping away from toxic relationships, or refusing to engage in battles that have no bearing on your destiny. Your focus is one of the greatest channels of energy. What you focus on grows, and what you neglect weakens. Many people fail not because they lack ability, but because they waste energy on distractions. They focus on criticism instead of their vision, on problems instead of solutions, on temporary pleasures instead of long-term purpose. Each misplaced focus is like a leak in the vessel of your energy. Slowly, it empties your strength until you feel drained, unmotivated, and unable to move forward. Protecting your energy requires you to become disciplined in focus, choosing where your attention goes and refusing to allow trivial matters to consume what is meant for your destiny. Consider how a battery works. A battery can power great machines, but if left connected to devices that drain it unnecessarily, it weakens before it can fulfill its main purpose. Your energy functions the same way. If you attach yourself to too many things, even small ones, you drain your strength. It may not seem harmful at first, but over time your vision will lack power because your energy was spent on battles, distractions, and relationships that gave you nothing in return. Just as you would monitor your phone's battery life carefully to ensure it doesn't die when you need it most, you must monitor your energy to ensure you always have strength for the things that matter most. Guarding your energy is not about living selfishly, it is about living wisely. When you waste energy on the wrong things, you limit your capacity to give to the right things. A parent cannot raise children effectively if their energy is consumed by bitterness. A leader cannot inspire others if their energy is drained by fear. An entrepreneur cannot build a vision if their energy is scattered on distractions. Protecting your energy ensures that you have enough strength to pour into the assignments that matter most. In fact, the greatest gift you can give to the people around you is not your constant availability, but your preserved strength, because it allows you to lead, serve, and inspire effectively. Ultimately, energy is the fuel of success. Every dream, no matter how powerful, requires sustained energy to become reality. Talent may open the door, but energy keeps you walking through it. Vision may inspire you, but energy keeps you building it. Relationships may support you, but energy keeps you investing in them. When your energy is preserved and channeled, you become unstoppable. But when it is wasted and drained, even the greatest opportunities slip through your hands. This is why protecting your energy is one of the most important disciplines you can master. It demands boundaries, wisdom, and discernment. It requires saying no to distractions and yes to purpose. It challenges you to evaluate every relationship, every habit, and every environment, asking one simple question: does this feed my energy or does it drain it? The answer to that question determines the level of success you will experience in life. Because when your energy is guarded, your destiny is unstoppable. Guarding your heart is one of the greatest responsibilities you have if you desire to reach your full potential. The heart is not just a place of feelings, it is the center of decisions, values, and convictions. What you allow into your heart becomes the foundation upon which you build your life. Success does not simply come from talent, opportunities, or even hard work. It flows from the quality of your inner life. If your heart is filled with wisdom, discipline, and faith, your steps will be guided in the right direction. But if your heart is unguarded, filled with fear, bitterness, or confusion, then no amount of effort can bring you into lasting success. That is why the call to guard your heart is really a call to protect your destiny. Think of your heart as the control center of your life. Every word, thought, and influence that enters it becomes a program shaping your behavior and choices. If you allow lies to enter, your decisions will be built on falsehood. If you allow negativity to enter, your vision will shrink. If you allow the wrong people to speak into your heart, your energy and clarity will suffer. Many lives have been derailed not because of lack of ability, but because the heart was left unprotected. Just like a garden left unattended becomes overrun with weeds, so an unguarded heart becomes filled with influences that choke out growth and fruitfulness. Guarding your heart means being intentional about what you listen to, what you meditate on, and who you allow close to you. Words are powerful, they are seeds. Once planted in your heart, they grow and bear fruit. If you consistently listen to words of doubt, fear, and limitation, eventually you will live within those boundaries. If you open your heart to words of truth, encouragement, and vision, you will expand into those possibilities. The heart does not argue with what it receives, it simply nurtures it until it manifests. This is why you must be selective about what you expose yourself to, because everything you let in begins a process of growth within you. Relationships also play a vital role in guarding the heart. Every person who enters your life has access to influence your thoughts and emotions. Some will water the seeds of your purpose, while others will trample on them. Some will protect your vision, while others will mock or belittle it. If you are careless with who you allow into your inner circle, your heart will absorb attitudes and habits that can destroy your destiny. Guarding your heart requires you to set boundaries, to recognize who has earned the right to speak into your life and who has not. You cannot afford to give equal access to everyone, because not everyone has your best interest at heart. Guarding the heart also involves watching over your own thoughts. Your inner dialogue is just as powerful as the words of others. If you constantly replay painful experiences, disappointments, or failures, Your heart will absorb those emotions until they drain your energy. Dwelling on offense or bitterness only gives power to those who hurt you and weakens your ability to move forward. But if you train your thoughts to dwell on possibility, growth, and purpose, your heart will be strengthened. The heart follows the direction of the mind, and the mind follows the discipline of focus. Protecting your heart means disciplining your mind to think on what builds you, not what breaks you. Guarding your heart does not mean isolating yourself or living in fear of the world. It means being discerning, being watchful, being intentional. A guarded heart is not closed, it is filtered. Just like clean water flows through a filter to remove impurities, so your heart must filter experiences and influences, keeping what builds you and discarding what destroys you. The purpose of guarding your heart is not to keep life out, but to allow only what nourishes your destiny to remain. When your heart is guarded, your energy remains strong, your vision remains clear, and your purpose remains focused. But when your heart is unguarded, you will find yourself scattered, drained, and distracted. Many people have lost their way not because they lacked opportunity, but because they allowed the wrong influences to settle in their hearts. Guarding your heart ensures that your inner life stays aligned with your higher calling. Success is not simply the result of effort, it is the fruit of a disciplined heart. If you guard it carefully, you protect your energy, you preserve your vision, and you secure your destiny. Everything you dream of becoming, everything you desire to achieve, begins with the condition of your heart. Protect it with vigilance, for it is the wellspring of life, and from it flows the power to fulfill your purpose. Success is not merely a product of talent, skill, or even opportunity. It is deeply rooted in discipline, particularly the discipline of protecting your inner life. Many people assume that reaching greatness is about having the right connections or the right resources. But history is filled with examples of individuals who had very little in their hands yet achieved much because they mastered themselves from within. Likewise, there are many who had everything at their disposal but fell short because they failed to manage their inner world. This truth reveals something powerful. Success begins and ends with the condition of the heart and the energy it sustains. Guarding your heart is not an option, it is the foundation for lasting achievement. Discipline over the heart requires self-awareness. You must recognize the patterns, emotions, and influences that threaten your peace and focus. A disciplined person does not allow offense to grow unchecked. They do not let anger dictate decisions or jealousy shape relationships. Instead, they filter every thought, every word, and every action through the lens of purpose. This does not mean ignoring emotions. It means mastering them so they serve your destiny rather than sabotage it. Many talented people have lost their future because they lacked the discipline to control bitterness or pride. They allowed temporary emotions to drain permanent energy. Success cannot survive where discipline is absent, because without it, the heart is left vulnerable to every passing influence. Guarding your heart also means protecting your clarity. When you allow too many voices into your inner world, confusion takes root. A disciplined heart chooses carefully which voices to heed. Advice is everywhere, opinions are constant, and criticism is abundant. If you do not discipline yourself to filter these voices, you will find yourself paralyzed, trying to live according to the expectations of others rather than the purpose within you. Clarity comes when you decide whose voice has authority over your heart. Without that discipline, your energy will be wasted trying to please everyone, and in the end you will please no one, not even yourself. Discipline over the heart preserves joy and peace. These are not small luxuries, they are essential forces that sustain success. Joy fuels resilience, while peace creates stability. When your joy is stolen, your energy collapses. When your peace is disturbed, your focus shatters. Success requires both. But joy and peace cannot thrive in a heart that is left open to every offense, every disappointment, or every negative influence. They flourish only in a heart that is guarded with discipline. When you protect these qualities, you maintain the inner strength to persevere through obstacles and remain focused on the long-term vision rather than the short-term struggle. One of the greatest tests of inner discipline is learning to say no. Saying no does not make you weak or selfish, it makes you wise. Every yes you give is an investment of energy, and energy is limited. Undisciplined people say yes to everything and everyone, leaving themselves depleted and unable to fulfill their true assignments. Disciplined people guard their heart by aligning their commitments with their purpose. They know that wasted energy today is stolen progress tomorrow. Saying no to distractions is really saying yes to destiny. It is not rejection of people, it is protection of purpose. Discipline also requires consistency. Guarding your heart is not something you do once, it is a daily practice. Each day brings opportunities for offense, temptation, and distraction. Each day presents new influences that seek access to your heart. Discipline is the decision to stand watch continually, to ensure that nothing enters that can weaken your energy or corrupt your vision. Just as a soldier does not abandon his post, you must remain vigilant over your inner life. The discipline of constancy is what transforms small daily decisions into lasting success. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is rarely intelligence or opportunity. It is discipline. Those who succeed understand that the greatest battles are fought within. They master their thoughts, their emotions, and their responses, ensuring that their heart remains guarded. They protect their energy because they know it fuels their actions. And they understand that true success is sustained not by external circumstances, but by internal stability. When you guard your heart with discipline, you create a foundation that cannot easily be shaken. External storms may come, but your inner world remains steady. Criticism may rise, but your peace remains intact. Disappointments may appear, but your joy remains unshaken. This inner strength is what sets apart those who rise to greatness from those who fade away. Success is not given to the strongest or the fastest alone. It is given to those who have mastered the discipline of protecting their inner life. The truth is clear. Your destiny depends not just on your abilities, but on your ability to guard your heart. If you preserve your energy through discipline, you will endure every season and overcome every obstacle. But if you neglect it, even the greatest opportunities will slip through your hands. Success requires more than talent. It requires the inner discipline to protect what fuels your journey. Your heart is the wellspring of your destiny. Guard it, and your success will be inevitable. The truth of life is simple yet profound. Everything you are, everything you do, and everything you will ever become flows from within. Your heart is the fountain of your destiny, and your energy is the fuel that carries you there. If you fail to protect them, you will spend your years chasing success, but never truly grasping it. But if you guard your heart, discipline your mind, and preserve your energy, there is no force strong enough to keep you from fulfilling your purpose. Opportunities will come and go, resources will rise and fall, but the state of your inner world will always determine whether you stand or whether you fall. You cannot control every circumstance around you, but you can control what enters your heart. You can choose which voices to hear, which influences to allow, and which thoughts to dwell upon. That choice, more than anything else, determines the outcome of your life. So I urge you today, make protecting your heart and your energy your highest priority. Do not waste your strength on battles that do not matter. Do not give your peace away to voices that do not build you. Do not let offense, fear, or distraction rob you of the clarity and joy that are necessary for your journey. Your future depends on how well you guard what fuels your life. Success is not an accident. It is the result of disciplined choices made daily. Guard your heart, and you will guard your destiny. Protect your energy, and you will preserve your vision. Live with discipline within, and nothing outside will be able to stop you. For the strength of your future is already within you. It simply waits for you to protect it and let it flow.